Hey, what's going on? It's Fist, and I'm going to be going over some advanced Call of Duty for you on one of the new maps, Detour. And this applies for mostly all of Call of Duty, and this can help you be a better player in the game. Now, a lot of pros might use this, and a lot of pros may not. It's very helpful to understand your situational awareness in the game and to understand that to use the tools that are provided to you to have this advancement and achievement and this leverage over your other team. This is basically to help you get better. A lot of people are like, what do you need to use? What do I need to read the kill feed for? What do I need to look at the minimap for? These are all things that can help you be a better player. So let's go ahead and look at this gameplay on Detour, and let's go ahead and roll the film. And you can learn a lot from watching through codcasting, just your gameplays through the codcasting minimap gameplay. So let's go ahead and get it started.
Take them out.
I'll play this video after I do this video, and are all first person view. But we're gonna go ahead and start this video off. You can see my name. I'm using the AN-94. I'm coming down the right side, and you'll notice that the red arrows are the enemy, and I am the green arrows. Obviously, we're they're good team, 6v6. Now you have three going wide, two going in the middle, one going to the left. So I decided to come around this FBI truck right here, and I'll look into the side of this. I hear somebody shooting, so I'm gonna move up. I take cover next to this thing right here. I shoot here. Now, here's what I want you to notice now. I take another guy out by the bus. I come back around. Here's me shooting now. Here's the important thing that is going to help you in your situational awareness. When you are looking at your mini-map, the first thing that you're going to realize is that there are two red enemies going up the right side, right and left side, and then there's four enemies spawning from the bottom. Okay? And then just imagine cutting this map in half, drawing a center line down the middle of the map. Now, right now, I'm sitting at the center line of the map. Okay? Now, I want you to remember that. Now, as we're moving forward, this guy hears me. I move up. I kill him. Now, you'll notice that there's two enemies in our spawn where we originally spawned from, and I'm killing people. Now, usually, if there's two enemies in the spawn, we have one of our teammates that are also in the spawn. And if the majority of our team is close to the middle line, then they're going to spawn where their original spawn is at. So here, let me go ahead and roll this. Now, see where the guy spawned over here to the far left, upper right hand corner? Now, this is a telltale sign. You look at the bottom, there's four guys on the bottom, there's two guys in our enemy spawn. Now, if you look to the very far left, you'll notice that, if you're spawning on the sides, this is important. If you're spawning on the sides, pay attention to this. That means that the middle is open, and there's two enemies, there's more than two enemies in your spawn, and there's enemies still spawning in their spawn. So you have to realize this right from the beginning. If you're spawning on the sides, that means both spawns are occupied by the enemy. So let's go ahead and you roll this. You'll notice this. Now look at the very far left-hand side. There's two of our teammates just spawned. And the reason they just spawned there is because both spawns are occupied by the enemy. So if you deduce this reasonably, then you'll know that there's enemies in both spawns. So the majority of where you're fighting from the center, is pretty much clear. So you have to decide, okay, let me look at the minimap. Where are most of my teammates? Are they leaning to the spawn that we started from, or are they fighting the old spawn? If they're fighting the original spawn, that means there's probably more enemies, which there is. There's four of them. And there's probably somebody that didn't get killed that's in our spawn, which there is. There's two of them. So if you're spawning on the sides, and you see most of your teammates fighting off the original enemy spawn, then there's easy kills waiting for you in your spawn. See, these are the types of things you have to pick up like instantaneously if you die and respawn. And this is the stuff that is for advanced players. And a lot of pro players will realize this. They'll understand that, you know, if they're spawning on the other side, that means that you guys crossed the line. And we're going to see this as we go along in this video. So let's go ahead and move this forward. So you see, we're all in the center line. Most of our team, we killed some more people. Now, you'll notice something strange here. You'll notice that a guy spawning back there with 2 other people in the spawn. And the reason being is if you look on the far left, you have 2 green arrows which cross the center line. And the majority of the players on the team are at the center line. So if you have people crossing that imaginary center line, like I said in the beginning of the game, if you cross the imaginary line and you come over to the enemy side and most of your team is towards the enemy and you respawn, that pretty much says that you're going to be spawning in enemy territory right from the beginning. So you'll see that right on the top, the right hand corner, the guy is spawning on the top. Get up! So now, like I said before, you'll notice on the very right hand side, you have 2 green arrows in the original enemy spawn, 2 green arrows in our original spawn. Where does the enemy spawn after they die? They spawn opposite of so they'll spawn, you'll always spawn on the right side of the original spawn. So you'll notice that if you are in the enemy spawn and the original spawn, then the enemies will spawn right of the original spawn from the beginning of the game. So this is why sometimes you'll see pro players, they'll know exactly where you are spawning from. And as long as you draw the center piece, if you draw a center line in the map and you have situational awareness, you don't even need UAV. If you follow the kill feed and the mini map and you know the rotations of deaths and where your teammates are at in relationship to the center line of the map from the beginning spawns, then you're going to know the rotation of when a person dies from the kill feed, where they're going to most likely spawn next. And then you will know where they're going to be at. So this is a very huge learning point. You might have to go back and watch this video a couple times, or maybe to understand the point that I'm trying to make is go back and watch some of your videos. And this will highly reduce the amount of deaths you take in a game. If you understand the mini map, the kill feed, how to read and interpret the kill feed based off of your mini map and the teammates dying from your original spawn and the enemy spawn. So let's go ahead and move forward. Reload. So you see they're all now, because of 2 guys in the enemy spawn or 3 guys in the enemy spawn, I'm past the center line of the original spawn. They're all spawning right original from the enemy spawn, just like I predicted. Not the left side, the right side of the original spawn. So that is not what David Vonderhaar is talking about based on algorithms. There's nothing this is all preset spawns. So if you understand this, you pretty much know there's no bullshit algorithms. This is all preset. So if you rush into the enemy and you push them past the center line and you leave 2 people back in the original spawn, you'll force them to spawn on the right side of the original enemy spawn. And you could trap them there. And there's nothing they could do. That's amazing. So let's go ahead and move this video forward. So you see they're coming on the right hand side. I'm sitting in the middle. Now, you see, now we have 1, 2, 3, me, that's 4, and then the guy by the railing past the middle line. Now they start spawning in our spawn. So the spawns have flipped officially now. So that guy's pretty much in trouble over there. So they'll keep spawning on the top, you see, until the majority of the players will pass the center line, which they're not. So they're going to keep spawning in their spawn, and we'll keep spawning in their spawn. So there they spawn again, right? Now watch, here comes the Hellstorm. I call in the Hellstorm, right? Now, as you see the Hellstorm coming in, they have almost 2 guys past the center line, okay? So we have 2 guys going past the center line. So if we have 2 guys going past the center line, and I kill the majority of their players, and 2 are left, then they're going to start spawning behind us. This is going to change everything right here. This should change everything. If I'm wrong, then it shouldn't happen, but watch, it should. See? Now they split because they have 1 guy close to the center line. Well, the majority of them, but we have 2 guys over the center line. So they had 1 guy caught. So the algorithm got caught in the middle, and that guy was cut off before our dudes got too close to the center line before they flipped him. But you'll notice that I was mostly right, in about 95%. That's how it's going to change. But you're going to have to look. You're going to have to read this on your mini map as you're playing. This is all interpretation. So let's go ahead and move this forward. Now 1 guy's stuck in the center. Most of their team is spawning. We're up there chasing our tails, thinking they're still spawning over there, but they're not. They're behind us. Move it. So I realize this and I backtrack around. Now we got 2 guys coming towards the center. Most of the people are in our spawn, so they should all spawn from where we're spawning at. The guy gets killed. Now I'm past center line, and they should all still be spawning, even though I'm here. Yep. So they're still going to be spawning. There's nobody going to spawn behind us. I'm behind enemy lines. They're just going to keep spawning there, and exactly like I said, they're going to keep spawning there. And this is, so you can see that all of our teams now, 3 of our teams coming towards the center. And let's see what happens. We'll see if we'll keep rolling it. Shut out. We got 1, 2, 3. Now, here's the golden rule. If you got a bunch of teammates that are all towards the center line, the closer they are to the center line, the more chances are you're going to have to the flip. If you have, let's say, hypothetically, you have 4 out of 6 close to the line, but 2 are over the line, they're gonna flip the spawns. But if you have 4 guys back and 2 guys over, then they're gonna spawn on the left or right. They're gonna spawn right of the spawn, right of the enemy spawn, not left or right. It's gonna be always right of the enemy spawn. Stealth chopper inbound. Confirmed. So we're still watching this. They got a guy behind enemy lines. I respawned because I got killed. So now they got 2 guys past the middle. We have 2 guys past the middle. And you'll notice that they are spawning because we passed the middle line. You'll notice that the 2 guys on the right have passed have spawned on the right hand side. So here's how it goes. If you have 3 or 4 teammates, like I said, if you have 3 to 4 teammates in the original spawn, and you have 2 guys that are close to the center or over center line, they're always going to spawn right of the enemy spawn, which would be your left from your spawn, which you see right here. 2 guys spawning on the right hand side. So let's move forward. So we got 1 guy past center line. When they got 1 guy past center line, we don't have nobody now. So they're all going to spawn in the back now. Any of them die. Yep, see, they spawn in the back. Even though we have all of our guys in the back, they're going to spawn them in the back. The only reason to spawn on the sides is if we have 2 guys over the line, or they have more than 2 guys over center line. So if they only send 2 dudes up, see it there? Yeah, see, once you get 2 guys past center line, then you can, the guy will spawn to the right.
Hostile lightning strike inbound.
Target locked.
So we're still going here.
To initiation point.
And we got 3 guys past center line. Now they start spawning behind us because we got everybody cross, like I said, either cross the line or close to the middle line. Now we flip spawns. They're diagonally across from us. And both teams are towards the center, which means that you're going to spawn in your original spawn, as you can see here. Now, if you got 2 guys to the left, to the close to the line, they're going to spawn to the left. It's just a really easy golden rule to follow. If you're spawning on the sides, that means you got somebody in your spawn. That's it. If you got somebody past center line, you have more than 2 people past center line. So if we get one more guy that passes the line here in the center and somebody dies, they're going to spawn on the right side. One more guy that dies, they're going to flip spawns right here. This is going to be a flip.
Mission almost complete. Don't quit now.
Should be a flip. Coming up here soon. Yep, there it is. See? All the guys are close to the middle center line. They flipped. Perfect, just like I said it would. So this right here is valuable information.
Friendly UAV inbound.
And you can see if they flip and you're diagonally across, majority diagonally across, then you're gonna flip. You see they flip in the corner because they're from diagonally across from you. But this is all the information that you have to read on your kill feed and your mini-map.
Care package inbound.
So I hope you enjoyed this advanced technique. Until next time, it's your boy Fist. Peace.